I'm gonna get rid of this anyway. The lovely April Clark, ladies and gentlemen. April, you don't have any kids, so I can't really call you a MILF, but you're definitely a KILF, and I spell that with a C. That's columnist I'd like to finger. So you people take it to dark places. I meant give her the finger, you know? I've never flipped off a columnist, okay? I didn't say sit and spin, I said finger. Let's start this off by addressing the ladies in the audience tonight. Girls, I know when you look at me, you really think to yourself, you think, I should buy a quality rape whistle. I'm here to tell you, it's a horrible idea. Rape whistles are bad ideas. Let me tell you why. For those who are unfamiliar with the rape whistle concept, it's a small little whistle, keep around a keychain or on your neck, and if you take that shortcut through the inner city park in the middle of the night and you're sexually assaulted, you can blow it for help. Okay? The problem is that if you are in an inner city park in the middle of the night, there isn't exactly going to be a lot of good model citizens around to come to your rescue. Blowing a rape whistle is just going to let all the other rapists in the area know rape is going down, so they can get in on it, you know? Did you hear that, Cletus? Come on, we better hurry up or we'll miss it. I called dibs on her butthole. I always get stuck with the mouth. You should probably call that a gang rape whistle. Might be more apt name. Truthfully, if they marketed it, I'd buy a gang rape whistle. You know, so, you know, I'm feeling lonely, haven't been laid in a while. Just go to the park by myself in the middle of the night, you know? It never works for me. Go home sad and lonely. I was blindsided by racism the other day. I know. I say I was blindsided because this guy didn't look racist. He was really clean-cut, well-cultured white guy, you know, nothing out of the ordinary. He was a fucking racist ninja, okay? He just slips the shit under there, like in the middle of the conversation. I didn't even notice that we weren't talking about what we weren't talking about. Let me give you the example here, okay? The guy's a ninja. So he said, you know, Rob, economy's been pretty rough, hit my business pretty hard. Why? 3 years ago, we were doing great. Slopes and Jews can't be trusted. See, this was back during the construction boom. No, wait, what was that last part? Oh, about the construction boom? Oh, well, you see, 3 years ago, the whole valley's economy was based off of real estate, and everything that had to go with it. Yard agents fiction all go to hell. I mean, one day, we were all working... No, wait, what are we talking about? Haven't you heard of what I've been saying, boy? Good white Christian folk are really the only decent people on the planet. Are we talking about construction? That's my point! So, like, this guy was a racist ninja, okay? If you're gonna be racist, just be racist, okay? I don't like surprises. I don't like to be surprised. If I know you're racist, at least I can avoid you or shake your hand, depending on what your, you know, cream of flavor is, I don't know. But I just don't like surprises. I like to know, you know, at least with neo-Nazis, Ku Klux Klan members, and anybody wearing a Fox News Channel t-shirt, I know shit's about to get racist. I can step out of the way, you know, and just let them do what they do, and then it's all good. Same, you know, anytime I see a black guy wearing combat boots and anything slightly military looking, I know that Kill Whitey and them damn honkies may come up. So I can avoid the situation, okay? That's all I'm saying. But, if you know somebody's racist, you can avoid it. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, you can't get too bent out of shape. My friend comes up like, Rob, I was talking to this guy, and he just starts going off about hating the Jews. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what do you... Have you seen the guy that you're talking to? Let's just ignore the fact that he has a giant swastika on his neck. The guy's driving a big van that he converted into a mobile easy bake oven with the Star of David and the words "Never Forget" painted on the side. I think he's racist. You shouldn't talk to him. Like, how did you miss that? You know, what's the guy with the swastika on his neck going to talk about? You know, like, you know, Packers had a really good season last year. You see the home run that guy from the Red Sox hit last night? It was going, gone. Avoid these people, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I'm a walking contradiction, you know. I feel like I'm two people. It's like, why is that funny? See, I don't even have to set up the fat jokes, they just come my way. Awful, you know. But I am a contradiction, I am. You know, it's like, I'm really hateful and full of spite, but at the same time, I'm sensitive and I care, you know? Sometimes I have to stop myself from groping my own tits when I masturbate. It's pathetic. Not like this, Rob, not like this. It's awful. It's just awful business, you know? I'm a Gemini, so it may have something to do with it. Although, wait. I never really jumped on the horoscope bandwagon too much, and it's not because I don't believe in it. It's just because I've met some of the ladies that have written these things. Maybe a rough crowd for this, but I just don't trust any woman who wears shawls, you know, big, thin, flowy scarves. I just don't trust you. I'm sorry. It's a little pet peeve of mine. Just saying, you know, it's never like in the movies where I walk past a door of beads, and there's a beautiful, seductive hippie woman on the bed. She wrestles me down, she ties my arms to the bedpost with her shawls and proceeds to ride me like a horse from the Kentucky Derby. You know, it never happens. When I see a woman in shawls, I know a few certain truths, at least in my mind. I know that A, this chick's batshit crazy, okay? B, her house reeks of knock chomp and other mysterious herbal scents. C, she has 15 cats. And D, there's at least 3 Buddha statues per room, and I'm sorry, I just don't trust any religion, or I'm gonna meditate into a statue that looks like my fucking self-portrait. It's creepy. It's weird. It creeps me out, I'm sorry, you know? This is the lady you got telling you to remain optimistic and you got 5 stars, you know? It's like, you want to know what sign the horoscope lady is? See which sign gets 5 stars every goddamn week. She's a cheater, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find horoscope lady, okay? Find out where she lives, wait till she gives herself a 5-star day, okay? And then I'm just going to sit on her face, okay? Not in a sexual way. Hear me out, okay? I'm going to find her house, I'm going to take a real meaty shit like Taco Bell all day, and then I'm not going to wipe, okay? I don't know if some of you realize this looking in a mirror watching porn, but a human butthole slightly resembles a star. Just like the ones they give you every day, okay? Real meaty shit, not gonna wipe, I'm gonna wait till she comes out, tackle her down on the ground, take my pants off, and just sit my big fat white ass on her face. Big shit star stamp right in her forehead. Looks like you're only having a 1-star day now, whore. Just fucking walk away, you know? If you write horoscopes in here, I'm sorry. I'm not. Whenever I'm in a bar and I see somebody walk out of the bar, I don't care. But when I see somebody get kicked out of the bar, I have to go outside to see what they say. Because you know what I've never heard a drunk asshole say that just got kicked out of a bar? Well, you know, I guess I kind of deserve that, you know. No. They're always blaming the bar that they're a worthless piece of space, you know, like they're outside of the bar yelling at the window their friends are dragging away, you know, like, you know, what do you mean I have to leave? I think if the bathroom's occupied, I'm entitled to try and piss in the bartender's mouth. Just be lucky I didn't have to shit you cunts, you never see the bathroom! Dragging them down the street. It's awful. It's just awful. You know, what about these big meathead douchebags, motherfucking tap-out wearing guys? Thanks UFC, now everybody thinks they're a cage fighter. These guys go in and start punching people, you know, looking real tough. Well, they think they look tough, but I always kind of think they look like permanently poised ballerinas, you know, like, I'm always expecting like a pirouette or something like that. I'm just walking around, just like... That'd make my day anyway. You know, they just go and they just punch somebody in the head and they're confused about why they have to leave. It's ridiculous. But my favorite, absolute favorite one of these guys is those guys, you know, shoes missing, hair askew, you know, they smell like shit. They're in a weird, like, corner of the bar staring at the wall with that swaying, trying not to puke look. You know, he has a condom on his thumb because he was looking at the bartender and fingering the limes and he didn't want to get citrus poisoning, you know. You know, just fucking weirdos, man. Like, attention all drunk assholes. If you want to get drunk and then beat up something without any reason or consequence, do what you normally do on Saturday nights. Go home, drink a handle of Jack, invite your girlfriend over, tune her up a little bit, and then tell everybody she fell down the stairs. As always, okay? I'm sorry, I just don't feel too bad for the girls, you know, like, oh my God, how'd you get that bruise on your arm? Oh, we had an Indian burn contest last night. You should have seen it. You never would, whore. Oh, I do like I do. No, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Don't. Leave them. It's that hard. Now, all right, we can continue. You know what I love to see? Just standing outside of the bar at 1 a.m. is just a magical place. It's like Disneyland, but you know, without all the anti-Semitic undertones. It's a beautiful place, you know. It's just, you just never know what you're gonna see. And one of my favorite occurrences, okay, I was standing outside of a bar, intoxicated, as usual, as was my friend, the, you know, Italian-dressed, Asian-looking, Mexican haircut, English-speaking, high king of James Hetfield impersonations and Guitar Hero, who will remain nameless for the sake of privacy. So we're outside of a bar with a couple other friends, and this guy's walking in that we don't know. And Mexi Hetfield leans into this guy, one of our other friends, and he says, "Hey man, just put your dick on him." Just a random guy walking the bar. Apparently this was very persuasive, because our friend proceeds to unzip, pull out his salami, and just set it on the back of this guy's leg. Like, that's literally what happened. There was just a dick on him. Now you can imagine what happens when the guy turns around to see said penis on his leg. You know, what better cause for a fist fight, right? Wrong. The guy turns around, you know, hey, sees the dick, and says very, very calmly, "Well, not cool, man," and just walks in the bar like nothing happened. He had a dick on him. Apparently this guy's so used to just having penis on that it just wasn't a big deal. Another night, you know? It's like, I don't even think he was gay. I just think he had a really persistent pedophile uncle when he was a kid, you know? Like, you know, he was sitting on the couch reading a book, you know, and his uncle come behind him and just kind of just put his dick on it. Go away, Uncle Frank, I'm trying to finish the Da Vinci Code. With your dick already. It's a funny joke because it's true. Not me, I just read about it or saw it on Current Affairs or something, I don't know. I'm gonna leave you with a pet peeve of mine. The only thing I hate worse than old ladies is really fucking old ladies, okay? Let me explain. Like the really decrepit ones, you know, like they're visibly decaying, you know, but they're still like running around doing errands in their own car. It's like, why are you alive right now? You know, it's like, tell you why, you know, grandma should have been put in a home years ago, okay? But her asshole of a daughter's keeping her at home, conning her out of the Social Security money, turning it into ones, filling up the bathtub, just fucking sitting in it, just rubbing $1 bills all over her fat, sweaty tits, just like, oh, if grandma stays alive one more year, we'll finally afford those jet skis. Fucking whores, man. Love your grandma. Put her in the home. She's 99, you know? While you're rubbing your fat tits with her $1 bills, grandma's in front of me, in front of frickin' City Market, taking 5 hours to buy one thing. Why do old people always have pennies, and why do they need to get rid of them? Fucking slow motion, just shaking in front of me, just, you mind if I get rid of my change there? One. Just for 5 hours, and I'm behind grandma and I'm shaking too. I'm just, fucking die, please, just die. I want to take grandma, just throw her over my shoulder like a rug, take her to my car, throw her in, drive around town until I find a nice supple Puerto Rican boy to just bang the shit out of her. I mean, just bang her good. Give grandma one last good hump. Then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take grandma to the highest bridge I can find. Tie some bungee cords around her legs and just fucking push her off. Wait till she gets 2 good bounces in, cut the cord. Hope I got enough stuff off your bucket list, you bitch! Done. Okay? I gotta buy this Snickers, and I'm not waiting. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Don't sit here and look at me like your grandmas don't smell. They smell like moldy bacon, they smell, okay? And it's not just because they can't get to the shower without dying, okay? It's because grandma has dementia, people, okay? That's why she smells. Her last viable memory was back in the 70s when she took the kids to see Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Stay with me, okay? This is the last thing grandma remembers, is that scene where Luke Skywalker's freezing to death, so Han Solo cuts open that llama thing's stomach and shoves him in. So now, for the last 30 years, every time one of Grandma's cats is about to die, Grandma thinks she can save it by just shoving up her old floppy dusty vagina. That's right. Just, I'll save you, Fluffy! Just right up there. 2 dead pussies equal 1 smelly old lady. I miss my grandma.
Holy shit.
I'm Robert Leary and I'm gonna leave you uncomfortable.